Now, we all love a sweet treat. I love chocolate. Now, I often wonder, what is the healthiest way to enjoy chocolate? Because there are loads of different forms of chocolate out there. Now, what I'm gonna do today, I'm gonna look at 3 chocolate treats, and we're gonna find out which one is bad, which one is better, and which one is the best. There is some good stuff in chocolate. They're called flavonoids, right? I've got some cocoa beans here, and flavonoids are contained in the cocoa bean. Now, what flavonoids do, in fact, the best way to demonstrate this is probably to grab some kitchen roll. Now, say that was just a blood vessel in its normal state. It's a little bit squished up. When you eat flavonoids, they have an impact on your blood vessels, and they actually make your blood vessels dilate. And that in turn lowers blood pressure. So how do we eat the most flavonoids? Well, first up, let's make a hot chocolate. Put a few spoons in. It's like a can of pop. It's really, really sweet. Now, the thing about it, it tastes sweet because its #1 ingredient is sugar. I mean, that's not in the case of all hot chocolates, but I mean, this one I'm drinking here, #1 ingredient is sugar. Second to that is cocoa powder. So the amount of cocoa powder in there is pretty minimal. So although it's a kind of lovely, warm, hot drink to have on an afternoon, and the sugar will probably perk you up, in terms of flavonoids and getting your blood vessels dilated, this is not going to help much. So if you want to up those flavonoids, you might have heard that the old dark chocolate is good for you. Dark chocolate does contain flavonoids. Anything over 70% cocoa solids is likely to have more. But the thing to remember is that it really depends on what dark chocolate you're eating. A lot of dark chocolate goes through a process called Dutching. Now, Dutching is all about almost making the chocolate taste milder, and it also makes the cocoa dissolve better and mix better when you're making chocolate. It's not to say that all chocolate goes through this process, but a fair amount of it does. It also has an impact on the flavonoids, okay? So it actually has quite a dramatic effect on the flavonoids and reduces the flavonoids in the chocolate. So what do you do if you want to maximize those flavonoids in cocoa beans? Well, now these cocoa beans have basically been roasted and then smashed up into these little nibs. And what you've got there is just 100% cocoa. Have a little try of these. And they do taste really chocolatey, and they're not super sweet because there's no sugar in there whatsoever. And I mean, it's not like eating a chocolate bar, but if you want a little chocolate hit or a little chocolate taste, and you want the healthiest way, you can maybe sprinkle these on some porridge. Because they haven't been through the processing in order to make this, you should have more flavonoids in here. So, chocolates. What is my lineup, okay? What is the healthiest way to eat chocolate? How do you maximize those flavonoids? Okay, well, bottom of the pile, bad. We have hot chocolates. #1 ingredient is sugar. Next up, dark chocolate, better, and actually really quite good. And finally, the healthiest way to enjoy chocolate, cocoa nibs. Now, I said enjoy chocolate. Some people might not enjoy chocolate this way at all, okay? So, if you want the tastiest way to enjoy chocolate, I would probably go for whatever you like best, and just do it in moderation, okay? That's kind of what I do. I mean, I love the cocoa nibs too, but you know.